Hi guys, it's Maggie, and I was going to talk about the ostomy supplies that I use just because it kind of varies for everybody and everybody uses something a little bit different. So I'm going to talk about the supplies that I use and how I use them. So when I tell people about the ostomy bag that I use, people look at me like I'm a little bit crazy. I have an ileostomy, which means my ostomy tends to put out a little bit more than something like a colostomy would, just because I don't have my colon to absorb water, so I wind up having a little bit more looser output. I use, and some people are gonna laugh at this, I use a non-drainable bag, which is usually something that colostomates would use, but I use it just because of how thin and low profile it is. I like to use it as a two-piece, which means that the bag and then the part that sticks to you is separate. So this part goes right onto my skin, it sticks to my skin, and then it has a little ring that the bag clips onto. So let me see, I'll show you how it sticks together. Okay, can you see that? This is what they look like when they are together. And then if you want to change your bag, you can peel it off. It gives me the option to switch out bags if I wanted to. I could put a drainable type bag onto this flange and rock it. So it gives a lot of flexibility, and that's one of the reasons I use a two-piece. I also like to use something called paste. There are a few different types, but this is the more liquid one. It comes into a tube and you squeeze it out. Some people like the barrier paste rings. They're very similar, it's just they already come pre-formed to go right around the stoma, but I like this. It gives me a little bit more control and I can decide how much or how little I want to use. So I will just spread it around the hole that goes under my stoma, and it smooths out any like bumps or any divots, and it also helps my flange stick a little bit longer. Around my flange, I will use flange extenders. There's many types of this as well, but I just really like this kind because it's so thin and I can't feel it. That's one of my main things. I don't like to feel my ostomy bag. So these go right around the edge here and kind of extend the flange. And I find that this helps when I shower. It helps the flange stick a little bit longer too. Before any of that though, when I'm preparing to put my bag on, there's a couple of products that I use just to protect my skin and, like many of the other things, make my flange stick longer. One of those things is skin barrier. I recommend this for everybody. It creates a layer on your skin that protects from any output that might leak onto it, and it helps adhere the bag better. I also use some stoma powder. I usually only use this if I have irritation going on, and I'll use it in conjunction with my skin barrier, because if you were to just go putting powder onto your skin, your bag isn't going to stick too well. So I will do a layer of skin barrier, a layer of powder, a very thin layer, and then another layer of skin barrier to kind of like sandwich it. It makes the bag stick and protects my skin so much better than if it was just freestanding all alone. So those are the products that I use for my own ostomy. I know that everybody has a different routine, so please share below what kind of products you use and what you find works better for you, because I always love hearing that. And I hope to see you guys in our next video with 11 Health. All right, bye guys.